All right, hello everyone. Welcome to our presentation. So for our final project for database architecture, we put together a music app. Um, so in this music app, you're able to browse artists, albums, songs, explore details, and manage your playlists all in one place. Yeah, and so the use case for this music app. Uh, Yeah, so music platforms need efficient ways to organize large amounts of data. And that's why we have used a database for this music app. So with this database, users are able to discover songs and artists through search functions. They're also able to create and manage playlists on our database using the features of the app. Artists also need representation of albums and collaborations, which we have successfully implemented on our music app. So our system provides a structured database to manage all of these relationships. And so a quick overview of our final project here. Some of the entities or tables in our database are artist, album, song, and user, while playlist is a weak entity dependent on the user. So some of the relationships in our database, uh, one-to-many relationships include artist to album, album to songs, user to playlists, and the many-to-many relationships include songs to artists, albums to artists, and playlists to songs. So using our app, users can create and manage playlists. Artists can be linked to multiple uh, songs and albums. Songs can appear in multiple playlists, and the system supports querying and organizing music data. And you can see through our data flow, the front end uses React and Tailwind, the back end uses Node.js. Artists are able to create albums, and those albums contain songs. Users interact by creating their own playlists, and these playlists are able to store a collection of different songs. And the database connects all of these components for efficient data retrieval. And yeah, so here's our ER diagram for our database. As you can see, we have artists, albums, songs, users, and playlist tables. Each of them have their own relationships.
So, to dive a little bit deeper into that ER diagram that we just saw, our main tables are going to, similarly with our entities, are going to be artist, album, song, user, and playlist. Playlist, of course, being a weak entity, which means that it is reliant on it is reliant on the primary key of user, which is user ID. Below that, we can see our relationships. We have the artist works on an album. An album is made of songs. A song is played by an artist. A user manages a playlist, and a playlist contains songs. And we can also see um, the uh, the number of participants in each of those relationships. And if we were to go back to the R diagram, we can also see which of those relationships are mandatory and which are optional. For future improvements on the system, we would like to add user likes and favorites to the system. We actually did partially work on that, so we do actually have user likes in the system right now. We want to be able to add our streaming history tracking so that we can look back and see what we streamed, over the past months or years or however long. Want to implement a recommendation system for finding new music, optimize performance with indexing. Of course, you can always optimize further. We want to add collection and musical group entities, so continue to build out the database to cover more pieces of information. And finally, want to add API calls for album cover art and for Wikipedia descriptions for the albums and for the artists. To dive into a couple of our SQL queries, up top we can see a query for creating a new artist, which of course uses the insert into command. And then below that, we can see our function for deleting an album. And right here in the try block, we can see our actual query, which is delete from albums, where the album ID is a match. All right, thank you very much. Now we are going to dive into our demo.
So this is our web app, the music app. That's the home screen. We have the artist, album, and songs tabs here. So the app is built for everyone. So the user can log in or the artist can log in. So let's go to the login tab. Let's say user login. We can just log in like user login. After user login, right here we have a playlist. So let's click on one of the playlists. We can add a song to a playlist. Let's select one. We already populate the database with some songs before the demo. So we can just add a song into the list. And then let's go to this song tabs. There we show all the songs in the database. They sorted by views or high to low, or we can click it by low to high. So for the views, we can just click to increase the view. So since the view are sorted to low to high, so if the song number 2 got more views than the song number 1, it's gonna change the position. And then also the album, we can see all the albums. We can click inside the album. We can see all the songs in the album or the artist. We can also click the artist and see what songs they have and what albums they have for the songs. And then like our teammate says, we already have the like button. We can just like a certain song. So that's pretty much for the user. And then let's log out and then log in as a artist. Artist login. Artist login. So for the artist login, there's the artist dashboard. We can create an album, create songs. Let's say right now I have no albums. Let's create an album. Album title, let's say test. Album 1, release year. Now we have the album. Get to dashboard. We can see the albums. We can edit the names. Or we can click into the albums and add songs to the album. Oh no, never mind. So actually we have to create the songs. Let's say another song. And then we can add it to the album, the test album we just created. Let's say the times 101 seconds. So we can create a song. The song name is people 1, create a song. Go to dashboard and then we have the people number 1, the song. If we go to the song, we saw it from low to high, we can see on the database, and then all the users go into the website can see the songs and the album as well. Yeah, that's it. Anything you want to add?
No, I think you took care of it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for listening. This has been our music app project. My name is Eli Goodman.
My name is Keegan.
My name is Adrian.
And that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.